Okay, so I'm going to try to attempt to explain a little bit about how the soul works. When I do videos and I say that loved ones go on, right? They go back home, they go to source, and everybody has a different thought process of where home is. It could be heaven, Christ consciousness, source, stars, stardust. I mean, I've heard so many different versions, right? But I can only explain it from my perspective and for those that have crossed over that have come to me and let me relay messages. So the best I could come up with was the soul is not restricted as humans are, right? Souls are not limited. They can transcend through time, here, there, and everywhere. But the link is, I always say the heart is the bridge between the earth and the heavens, or the earth and the higher self, whatever you believe, right? And yet there are souls that are more earthbound that won't leave. So when I explain that a soul in heaven is in different rooms, or Christ consciousness, or whatever you believe, right? When I say that a soul is in the healing room, or the healing pods, or the healing field, however you want to say it, it's because they need that to fully embrace going back into the collective or home, right? Because let's face it, being in a human vessel is really hard. I mean, it's very hard to transition sometimes, and then there's those earthbound spirits that choose to stay here, right? So, in order for me or a loved one on this side of the veil to get a message from someone on the other side without needing someone that is fully a medium or a psychic, they have to be able to receive. So there's the transmitter and then there's the receiver. This is kind of the only way I know how to explain it. And the heart needs to be open in order to do that. And sometimes when we grieve, we can't, we're not accepting of opening our hearts. And then the other thing is wanting a specific message. Like you're only looking for key things. And if that medium or that loved one doesn't give us exactly what we want, we tend to shut it out, or our walls go up. And that's our ego getting in the way. And believe me, I do this for a living, and I've explained this before. Sometimes your loved ones won't come through right away, or you'll hear some mediums say, you know, I can't do a reading if they've passed within the first 6 months or whatever, because they're in that transition phase. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I've had spirits come immediately. I mean, immediately. And then I've had them not come. So either you're not open to receiving, or they didn't choose me to give that message through me to you. And that's not up to me, that's up to them. So there's all these things, right? But getting back to the original message was, souls are not limited. They can transcend through time. So they can be there, here, and everywhere. But source is home. So whatever you believe source to be is where home is. I call that heaven. And if you've watched my other video where I did a little interview with one of my clients named Linda, she thought that she was not a religious person. You don't have to be religious. There's nothing in stone saying you have to be religious. But knowing, she didn't know that there was anything more. So then when I started describing to her after the last 20 years I've been doing her hair, that life goes on. When you leave this physical vessel, there is a soul in here, and it transcends out into time. And yes, it can be here, there, and everywhere. So that was kind of a long roundabout way. So I hope that helps.